Hello, let us start the code optimization. So code optimization means code optimization it means that we have to optimize the code with respect to time and space. That is, we have to optimize the code such that the time required to execute the program is as minimum as possible, and the space is that as minimum space required as possible. So these are the two motives of code optimization. Now let us see the position of code optimization in the entire compiler design. So the entire compilation process can be classified into two parts. First one is the front end part, and second one is the back end part. So this is the back end part. So the front end part of the compiler accept the source program, that is our high level C program for example, and it will produce the intermediate code representation. So the output of the front end can be intermediate representation, that is, it may be use the 3 address code. Now that intermediate representation is transferred to the backend. Now the backend comprise of two phases. First one is the code optimizer, and second one is the code generator. So the backend consists of two parts. First one is the code optimizer, second one is the code generator, and the output of the code optimization is transferred to the input of the code generation, and the code generation phase finally produce our target program. And the output of the code optimization is still intermediate representation. So the code optimizer take intermediate representation as input and produce intermediate representation as output, where this intermediate representation is optimized intermediate code if possible, because it may be sometimes that the optimization is no longer required, because it may happen the IR is already in optimized form. Now this optimized intermediate code will be satisfying these two properties or all some of these properties. So this is the place of the code optimization. So we can say that code optimizer phase takes input as intermediate representation code and produce its equivalent optimized intermediate representation. So this is the code optimization phase. Now the code optimization phase can mathematically stated as a function which takes intermediate representation and produce another intermediate representation which is optimized. So the code optimization has this intermediate representation as domain, and similarly the optimized intermediate representation is its range. So we can say that code optimization is basically a function. Thank you.